good news. You probably know, or like know somebody who knows your first doula client. Okay, let's get into it because you already are probably a really helpful person. Like you're doing helping work already. People will call you to help them solve a problem, or like you suggest things, or people, know that you know where the best sales are or something like that. So, the good news is now that you're doing this just officially and you're getting paid to do this awesome helping work that you already do. So, step one to getting your first doula client, this will also work for your second, third, fourth, fifth, and so on, is explore your existing network. Why? They already know you and trust you and think you're really swell. So this might, your first client might be, I don't know, your friend's friend from work, or your neighbor from when you were in elementary school, or your cousin's pal, or you know what I mean? And so people already know you. And so the trick is you have to tell them you are open for business and you're available to take clients. Okay, let me tell you about getting my first client. So I did a weekend training, which y'all, I rant all the time about weekend trainings. I was like not super prepared. Fortunately, I was a med school dropout, so I had like a really strong foundation in anatomy and physiology and like volunteering at the hospital and like just being in that medical space. So like I did have a leg up already, but I felt pretty confident. So, I mean, maybe a little bit overly confident. I was in my mid-20s. And so I put up a post on Facebook and I said, hey, I finished my doula training. I'm taking clients. And a gal who I used to babysit for, she told her friend. And her friend reached out to me via email, I don't know, maybe like 20 minutes later, and I had my first client. I also charged the top rate in the city with my first one, so we'll talk about that later. But I got that client. Like, what would have happened if I had been too shy to do that, or I thought I needed to wait and get a website, or something like that? I personally love the art of the messy start. It's the best way to do it because you get client feedback. So just like get out there. But most entrepreneurs and most people who finish, their training for something like this, so they're postpartum doula, they're birth doula, fertility doula, death doula, antepartum doula, they're really shy to put it out there. And I do want to hold that it's really vulnerable when you are the service. I get that. I super get that. And so we can hold back sometimes because we're scared of rejection. We're scared of, people making fun of it, all of those things. But you have to push past that because there's people out there that need you. They need you to take care of them. They need you to protect them, to educate them, and to guide them through their fertility or their pregnancy, their birth, and their postpartum period. So I want you to hold that ahead of what this might mean for you. Also, I notice a lot of entrepreneurs or brand new doulas, they're waiting for something, waiting for their logo, or they're waiting for their business name, or they're waiting for their website, and then they're going to tell people. Y'all, just get out there. Again, hat tip to the messy start, because you can operate just under your name. And using my example, I didn't have my business set up yet. And so I would have, again, potentially missed that opportunity because that client got me other clients. And I'm going to talk about referral systems in another video, but this is how your word of mouth gets started. And I do know doulas that do not have websites and they have full client rosters because they got out and they told people and those people told people. Because our services are pretty expensive and they're very intimate, word of mouth is always going to be your best marketing tool. So how do you get your first client? You tell folks that you are, open for business. You're ready to accept clients. You let them know how many clients you want in a month and just tell everybody on your social media, DM folks, go through your Rolodex on your phone, Rolodex on your phone. That's funny. But just get out there. Okay. You also don't need to do these births for free. So let's talk about why not in the next video. We will see you there.